to Be Latina's virtual pop-up shop, where we talk to extraordinary small business owners in the Latinx community about their business, their inspirations, and their aspirations. I'm here with Juliana Pache, the creator of Clay Jewels by Jules. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Of course.
So I am excited about your business because I've looked at your pieces. They're super cute. Could you please tell us the name of your business and what you offer?
Yeah, so the name of the business is Clay Jewels by Jules. It's mostly clay earrings. I think eventually I'll probably branch out to some other types of jewelry, but for now, it's mostly earrings.
Awesome. I love that they're clay. Have you always used clay as a medium, or how did you find clay to be the medium that you wanted to work with?
Yeah, so I've just discovered clay jewelry. I window shop a lot on Etsy, especially during the pandemic. I've been window shopping a lot. I love jewelry. I love earrings. But I'm very picky about jewelry, so I never actually end up buying very much jewelry. But I discovered clay earrings on Etsy, and I started buying some. And then I was like, I wonder how they make this. It doesn't seem too hard. I looked it up, and it seemed doable. So I just bought all the supplies, and then within a week, I opened an Etsy shop.
Shit. Okay. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. So when did you open your Etsy shop?
I think it was about 3 weeks ago, a month ago. It was like mid-November.
Great. And how did you feel when you first opened your Etsy shop? Were you nervous? Were you excited?
Both. I was nervous and excited. I was kind of like, I knew that they were cute. I knew the earrings were cute, but I was like, well, other people think they're cute. I think they're cute. But I think I sold like, I had like 3 or 4 orders on the first night.
That's so cool. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And so you mentioned Etsy, but where do you get your inspiration for the designs that you have for your earrings?
Some of them are just like based on the tools that I have here. So I've bought a bunch of clay cutters. Clay cutters are a big thing when it comes to like making clay jewelry. So it's kind of based on the shapes that I have access to. So sometimes I'll put different shapes on top of each other and see how they look. Sometimes I'll wait until after I bake them in the oven and they come out, and then I'll start moving them around and see how they look. Um, Also, just by like looking, like watching TV, looking at Instagram, seeing what people are wearing. Even if it's not clay jewelry that I'm looking at, sometimes I'm like, oh, I could make a clay version of that.
That's awesome. Um, did you always think that you would start a jewelry making business?
No, I did not know that at all. Um, I it just happened very spontaneously, honestly.
Awesome. And how has it been? I know it's still fairly new, but how has it been to receive those orders? Have you gotten any feedback from customers that's been like really memorable so far?
I've gotten an order that was like 6 items. So that's pretty exciting to me, which is like, I'm assuming that either this person loved the earrings so much that they got a bunch of earrings for themselves, or they're going to gift them to a bunch of people, which both of those are pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely.
It feels really awesome to get a big order.
That's so great. Um, Tell me a little bit more about the process of making the jewelry with clay.
Yeah. So the process is usually like working the clay. So originally how I was doing it all by hand. So I was uh, like, I guess kneading it, like making it softer. And then I was rolling the clay to like make it flat and then cutting it up. I just got a clay machine. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's kind of like a pasta machine, but for clay. So you
Cool.
like roll it in and it comes out nice and flat. That makes my life so much easier. It's made production so much faster. Um, so that's part one, is like working the clay, cutting the clay, and then putting it in the oven. So the clay I use is polymer clay, and it only needs to bake for like 30 minutes. for the most part, because I'm not making them super thick. So then after that, I have a rotary tool so I'll sand the pieces, like if they look a little off, or if there are some, some fingerprints or something, I can sand them off and polish them. And then after that, I put them together. And if it's a new piece, then I have to make a new listing on Etsy. And that's it.
That's it. That's how we get beautiful earrings, is a pasta-like machine, some refining things, and then putting it on Etsy. I love it. Your earrings have a variety of different colors. Is there like a particular color you like to work with more, or like?
Okay, good question. I'm gonna start with colors that I hate to work with because because I just feel more strongly about that. White is really hard to work with because if any lint gets on white, it really stands out. In the little clay pasta machine that I use, if there are like tiny remnants of the last color that I used, it'll stick to the white. So I spend a lot of time like picking out little, different colors and lint and whatever.
But ponle marbling and that's it. You just say it's marble white.
Right, good idea. I do have like a little jar of white clay that is just like beyond repair. For that reason, it's like, am I going to use it to mix it with other colors? Do I need to like lighten a certain color? I'll use that clay for that. I love working with red clay, but it just gets all over my hands. Like the dye is so strong. I can't use it in the clay machine because it gets on all the other colors. Let's see, what else? I really like mixing. Right now, I like mixing, there's a color called Granite, and there's a color called Wasabi in the brand that I use, which is Sculpey Primo. It's a kind of clay. And so it'll look like this.
Yes.
Speckles and.
That is so cute.
Yeah, so this is my favorite right now. It's really fun and funky. What else? I think those are the main ones. I really love mixing colors together. I just figured out how to marble certain colors. So here's another one that's like.
That's really cute.
A little cute marble pattern there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So where do we find these cute marbled, speckled, maybe soon come marbled white earrings? Where can people find you and your business online?
So I'm on Etsy. If you look up Clay Jewels by Jules. So the first Jules is spelled how Jules is normally spelled, which is Jewels. And then the next Jules is my nickname, which is Jules. So Clay Jewels by Jules.
So people can find you on Etsy at Clay Jewels by Jules and get all of their earrings, all of the jewelry that they need for themselves or for the special people in their lives. And I just really thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to chat with me.
Of course. Thank you for having me.